Some people wake up, and it already feels like the world is pressing down on them. They haven't spoken to anyone, checked their phone, or even left the bed. But it's already heavy. If you're an empath, you know this weight. You feel everything. The energy in the room, other people's unspoken emotions, their grief, their resentment, their fear, even when they never say a word. You move through life like a human antenna, tuned into everyone else's frequency, but forgetting your own. We live in a world addicted to noise. Constant notifications, loud opinions, unprocessed pain, and endless speed. So if you're the quiet one, the deep feeler, the emotionally intelligent one, you're often made to feel like you're the one doing life wrong. And then comes the guilt. Guilt for needing space. Guilt for canceling plans. Guilt for saying no. Guilt for cutting off toxic relationships, especially family. Guilt that whispers, maybe you're the problem. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's the system that trained you to feel guilty for protecting your own peace? The privilege of a lifetime. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But empaths are trained from early on to become who everyone else needs. The helper, the fixer, the emotional caretaker. Even to people who never ask how you're doing. We stay in these draining dynamics because we were taught that leaving is rude, that putting ourselves first is selfish. We were taught that respect your parents means tolerating emotional abuse, that family is forever, even if that family is slowly destroying your peace. But here's the truth. That belief system is outdated. It's rooted in survival, and it keeps you stuck in burnout and confusion. No one, not your mother, not your boss, not your partner, has the right to deplete your energy. Love without respect is not love, and relationships without balance are not sacred. They are soul traps. In Jungian psychology, individuation is the journey of becoming your authentic self, the self beneath all the social roles. And for empaths, this means one vital thing. You must detach from guilt, from shame, from the idea that goodness equals self-sacrifice. You were never born to carry everyone else's emotional wreckage. You were born to transform. But you can't do that if your energy is wrapped around other people's unhealed shadows. Fractal wisdom. So if you're always tired, unmotivated, or doubting yourself, it's not laziness, it's energetic overwhelm. And before we go further, if you love diving deep into self-awareness, don't forget to subscribe to Fractal Wisdom so you never miss these soul-deep downloads. Stay with me until the end, because we're going to explore how detachment, shadow work, and a little bit of strategic selfishness can change your life. Here's a truth no one warns empaths about. Being good can destroy you. We've been conditioned to believe that being a good person means tolerating pain, holding everyone's problems, and staying silent even when it hurts. But Carl Jung warned, when we repress our instincts, our shadow takes over. The shadow. Your shadow is all the parts of you you've been forced to deny. Your anger, your desire to walk away, your exhaustion, your boundaries. When you suppress those instincts, you don't rise above them. You become them unconsciously. That's why so many empaths snap after years of being nice. Not because they're weak, but because no one ever told them their needs matter too. So hear this clearly. You have the right to walk away from one-sided friendships, from emotionally manipulative family, from partners who exploit your kindness. This isn't selfish, it's sacred. Detachment is the most powerful form of self-love an empath can practice. Guilt and shame. Jung's concept of individuation, the process of becoming your true self, cannot happen while you're people-pleasing. You can't evolve while drowning in guilt, because someone told you cutting off a toxic parent was wrong. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Some people were only part of your wounding. And that guilt you feel, it's not morality. It's mind control. It's emotional programming designed to keep you small, obedient, and drained. The same goes for shame. As Jung said, shame is a soul-eating emotion. It doesn't make you grow. It starves your creativity. It poisons your fire. The solution. So what's the solution? It's simple. It's radical. And it works. You start caring more about your energy than your image. You stop over-explaining. You stop fixing people who resist growth. You stop believing that your worth is tied to how much you can endure. And something magical happens. Your motivation returns. Not forced, not faked, just real. Because your energy finally has space to flow. So if we pull guilt out by the roots, what do we plant instead? Clarity. Energy hygiene. Clarity is the cure for empath fatigue. But clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from energy hygiene. Think of it as brushing your emotional field. Jung might not have said energy hygiene, but he understood boundaries. He knew the psyche speaks through symbols, dreams, and energy. If you're empathic, you live in that symbolic world. But if you don't protect your space, you absorb what isn't yours. The anxiety of others, the chaos of the collective, the leftover energy of someone you should have let go of months ago. And that's not spiritual poetry. It's energetic law, clearing your space. Not all energy is sacred. Some energy is sticky, manipulative, draining. And if you're an open, kind, intuitive person, but unprotected, you're the perfect host. That's why clearing your space is not optional. Check your life. Is your phone filled with panic-inducing content? Are your DMs emotional dumping grounds? Are you keeping items from people who hurt you? Do you sleep beside someone who resents your light? Everything, every object, every message, every room holds frequency. And that frequency is either lifting you or looping you. Jung taught that the unconscious is a vast, sacred realm, but you must enter it with awareness. Empaths do it unconsciously all the time. They feel deeply, but they forget to ask, is this even mine? Practical start. Here's a place to begin. Burn the letter. Block the number. Clean your home with music and prayer. Sit in silence just to release, not to fix. Say this often. If it drains me, it doesn't deserve me. And then take the biggest step of all. Say no, without guilt, without explanation, even to your mom, especially to the one who always says, after all I've done for you. Empaths are taught that love equals suffering, but that's a lie. Your light is real, your purpose is sacred, but it requires protection, energy, and focus. And that means detaching, not from love, but from obligation. This isn't cruelty, this is clarity. Don't try to fix everyone. You weren't born to be someone's emotional trash can. Stop trying to fix everyone. Fix your frequency. And when you do, the right people align. Not the ones who need saving. The ones who are already doing their own work. The ones who see you clearly. Not in your pain, but in your power. So stop shrinking. Stop softening your truth. Stop diluting your voice just to be digestible. Let your full self be seen. Let your energy speak louder than your words. Your mission. Because your mission as an empath was never to save everyone. It was to stand clear, stay sovereign, and become the lighthouse. And here's the secret. The lighthouse doesn't chase ships. It stands tall, it radiates, and the right ships find their way. The rest, they crash. That's not your burden to carry, so stay rooted in your light. Let your presence speak. And if this message felt like soul medicine, subscribe to Fractal Wisdom and drop a comment below. Tell us what you're walking away from and what you're walking toward. This isn't just a video, it's a space for deep feelers who are finally choosing themselves.